We need to serve the citizens of Baltimore. I'm running for mayor because I desire to restore the people of Baltimore City. My name is LaVern Murray. I work for the state of Maryland. I oversee commercial leasing properties, and I do all the construction for the state of Maryland. Born and raised in Baltimore City. On the west side, I have 15 more brothers and sisters. We lived all over Baltimore City.
Unfortunately, we moved around a lot in Wilson Park, Reservoir Hill, on Carrollton Avenue, in the Forest Park area.
As I was growing up in Baltimore, we were very family-oriented. Whether we were poor or rich, family was important. I went to Forest Park Senior High School. If this was Bill Cosby, he would say he didn't have any shoes and he had to walk 13 blocks to get to school. I had some shoes, but it was 13 blocks that took me from where I lived to get to Forest Park. My drive in being successful in high school was my mother, Dolores P. Williams. She did not take no stuff. You had to go to school and do what you were required to do, or you got a good butt whipping when you got home. And when I left high school, I wanted to do something exciting. I applied to become a police officer. I passed the test, was very successful at that, but when it came to the medical portion of the test, I passed everything except for the fact that I lost my hearing in one ear when I was 5 years old. Because of that incident, I decided that, well, there's got to be something else. So I was able to get into the Reserve Officer Training Corps. I definitely learned how to be disciplined, how to structure myself, how to organize myself through the military. After leaving the Reserve Officer Training Corps, I went to work for Whiting & Turner Contracting Company. And when I started with Whiting & Turner, I was a timekeeper. And I decided that I wanted to go further than just being a timekeeper.
You know, while she was there to do administrative functions, she supplied a lot of other things. She became a counselor, she became the adult supervision in the crowd, she provided advice, she provided assistance, and then she established a high bar for work ethic.
I was doing certain things, so I felt as though that I was capable of becoming a project engineer. When I went to night school, when I was training to become a project engineer, I was married to my husband. We had just gotten married, and I was pregnant with my first child.
It was really a struggle for her to get out every day, to be out there on a job site somewhere, trying to get that done, walking around with our son in her belly, and then leaving work and going right to school, and not getting in until 10, 11 o'clock at night. It was a tough time.
There were times that I wanted to quit because I was pregnant and I didn't want to do it, but I kept on going. It was hard and it was difficult, but I was determined to do what I said I was going to do. At that time, a lot of blacks were not in construction, and especially females. Not only did I break the barrier for the Old Boys Network with being a female in construction, I had to also break that barrier because I was black.
It wasn't unusual for me to get a call at 8 o'clock at night from LaVern, you know, asking me some very insightful questions about what it was I was doing.
In 2008, the economy flipped upside down, and the construction industry was the hardest hit industry, and I had to figure out what in the world was I going to do.
And I watched her struggle, because all through those 2 years when she was trying to get back in the workforce, people kept telling her she was overqualified.
Going to the unemployment counseling, getting training, trying to do something or anything.
She kept plugging. She was on a computer night and day, looking for positions, going on interviews, responding to emails. And as it turned out, you know, she decided to completely change her career in order to get back in the workforce.
I finally got a job through a friend who called me about Job Corps. So I took the job with a tremendous pay cut, but I found out that the job was rewarding because I got to work with students who were struggling and who had troubles and who had issues.
I've known her nearly 20 years. She has the ability to gather people and get them motivated to accomplish something.
She has a heart for people. She loves people. That's been a trait of hers for as long as I've known her.
I was in the house, so I come out and I see a lot of commotion going on. And I'm trying to figure out, like, well, what's going on? So I see a lady standing there. I'm quite sure there probably was like 1,000 cars that rode up here with important people in it, just riding by, seeing everybody out here, everybody just hugging each other, crying, and just going through. But just one particular person stops, didn't know us, just stopped.
The violence in Baltimore City has affected not only me, but my entire family.
It broke her heart. She was really close with her brother.
Today is 2016, and he was hurt in 2008, trying to help.
The people that did it weren't brought to justice.
He got hit from behind, and they continued to stomp him into a coma. My brother was a firefighter, a military person. We are a city or a people that don't care anymore. It's amazing how violence touches all.
And the fact that he's still suffering, it breaks a heart every day.
It's not about party. It's not about party affiliation. I'm not fighting for a party. I'm fighting for the citizens of Baltimore.
And she's not doing this for any personal gain. She's not doing this as a stepping stone to another office. She's doing this because she wants to help the people of Baltimore.
She always wants to be the best at what she's doing. And it's not going to be any different if she has the opportunity to be our city's mayor.
She was a strong person. You have to be dealing with a bunch of men, children. She didn't preach. She showed us.
I said, wow, if she could do something like that for total strangers, can you imagine what she can do for the city of Baltimore?
She has great compassion and empathy for people and the situations, and she has a lot to bring to the city of Baltimore.
She is the type of person that will tap the best knowledgeable people in the city to help solve some of the problems of the city.
And I know that she brings honesty, and she brings trust, and she brings integrity.
I know her as a woman of her word.
One, she never gives up. When she sees what needs to be done, she finds a way to get it done.
Because this job is a servant's job. It is not a career job. We are here to serve the citizens of Baltimore City. We're not here to serve ourselves. It's time for a people change.